One Eric Macao, a husband and a father of two, also said to be a policeman. Surprisingly, Macao is candid, almost remorseless.
Hiyo siku nikampata kwa room.
Welcome back to BNN. Today we look into Kenya's most chilling unsolved mysteries. We delve into not one, not two, but three shocking cases that captivated and horrified the nation. From the tragic death of postgraduate from University of Nairobi, Mercy Keino, to the sinister murder of vibrant Kenya Power employee Careen Chepchumba, and the heartbreaking demise of Kalenjin songbird Diana Musila, better known as Chelele. These are tales of heartbreak, gender-based violence, and systematic failures. Stick around because this is one episode you don't want to miss. In the heart of Nairobi, within the serene confines of Kilimani, a tragic mystery unfolded in 2012 that continues to haunt the nation. This is the story of Careen Chepchumba, a young woman whose untimely death remains shrouded in unanswered questions and controversy. Careen Chepchumba was a 26-year-old engineer working at Kenya Power, described by friends and family as diligent and kind-hearted. She had a promising future ahead. However, on February 12, 2012, her lifeless body was discovered in her apartment at Santonia Court, Kilimani. The discovery of Careen's body sent shockwaves. Initial reports suggested she had been strangled, but the circumstances leading to her death were unclear. The case took a dramatic turn when former television anchor Louis Otieno was mentioned in connection with Careen. Louis Otieno, once a prominent figure in Kenyan media, was alleged to have had a close relationship with Careen. Reports indicated that Careen's family believed she was financially supporting Otieno, leading to significant debt and distress. Careen's family staged an intervention, urging her to cut ties with Otieno. Tragically, just 2 days later, Careen was found dead in her apartment. The cause of death, manual strangulation, but the details were puzzling. 2 glasses in the sink, music still playing, no signs of a struggle. Louis denied ever having a romantic relationship with the late Careen and refuted allegations that she financially supported him. According to Louis, Careen had confided in him about her struggles with diabetes and kidney issues. He also made unsettling claims about Careen's stepfather, alleging a history of mistreatment towards her.
She then intimated details of how she lived a difficult life with her parents.
An inquest into Careen's death commenced 4 years later. The proceedings revealed troubling details. Investigators had failed to conduct thorough forensic analysis, and key evidence was either mishandled or overlooked. Magistrate Charles Ondieki concluded that Careen's death was as a result of foul play, stating, and I quote, "The cause of Careen's death was not suicide, it was not accidental, the cause was strangulation." End of quote. Despite this, no one was held accountable. In 2018, the court recommended a fresh probe into the case, highlighting the inadequacies of the initial investigation. However, as of now, no new developments have been reported, and the case remains unsolved. On the other hand, the family chose to let go, citing the case as a moment of reopening old wounds. On a quiet evening in January 2016, a beloved music icon from Kenya's Kalenjin community, Diana Musila, was tragically found dead in her home. Known for her vibrant songs and magnetic stage presence, Chelele's untimely death sparked shock and disbelief. What followed would reveal a web of controversy, accusations, and an investigation that many believe was bungled. Chelele was more than just an entertainer. She was a trailblazer in Kalenjin secular music, admired by fans and colleagues alike. But in January 2016, the music world would lose her in the most unexpected and horrifying way. On January 14, 2016, Chelele's lifeless body was discovered in her Bomet County home. There were signs of violent struggle, and it was clear she hadn't gone quietly. The news of her death sent shockwaves through the country. Initially, it was believed that her death could have been a robbery gone wrong, but soon, a darker truth began to surface. Chelele's ex-husband, Eric Musila, was immediately thrust into the spotlight. Prior to her death, Musila had been linked to the 2012 murder of businessman Eliud Kipchirchir, a man that Musila suspected to have had an affair with his estranged ex-wife.
Eliud Kipchirchir, a surveyor based in Eldoret, whose body was found dumped in a village in Bureti constituency.
The DCIO actually is the one who called me, and he told me that he was asking me whether I was actually by the name Roman Ayego, and I told him yes. So he asked me, am I know?
But apparently, her husband was slain by a person whose job is to maintain law and order, an administration policeman. One Eric Macao, a husband and a father of two, also said to be a policeman. Surprisingly, Macao is candid, almost remorseless.
Hiyo siku nikampata kwa room, nikamwambia mimi ni askari. Bingo akaa nyuma, wife anajua niko.
Eric Musila became the prime suspect. He was accused of orchestrating Chelele's death. The prosecution argued that Musila had a motive, financial troubles, a complicated relationship, and perhaps even revenge. However, the investigation raised more questions than answers. Before Chelele's tragic death, she and Eric had reportedly separated, with Eric being granted custody of their two daughters. According to sources, the two were planning to meet to discuss unresolved matters, including Eric returning some of her belongings. However, those close to Chelele had expressed concerns about this meeting and advised against it. What happened next remains unclear. Whether she met Eric or not is still a mystery. After being reported missing for 2 days, Chelele was tragically found deceased under circumstances that have left more questions than answers. Eric's alibi was that at the time of the tragic incident, he was on duty as he worked with a government PS as part of their security detail and could not have been in Bomet, Chelele's area, at the time. The case against Musila was largely based on circumstantial evidence, witness testimonies, and phone records, yet the defense quickly pointed out flaws in the investigation. There were gaps in the evidence, key forensic details were either ignored or mishandled. Despite the intense media coverage, the prosecution's case failed to deliver a solid conviction. In May 2019, after years of investigation and a long court battle, verdict was delivered. Musila was acquitted. The case against him had fallen apart, with the judge highlighting glaring gaps in the investigation and inconsistencies in the evidence. The court found him guilty of killing Eldoret land surveyor Eliud Kipchirchir. He was sentenced to 30 years for that crime, but justice for Chelele remains elusive. This is the case of Mercy Keino, a postgraduate of Nairobi University, a life tragically cut short in 2011. On the night of June 17, 2011, her life took a tragic turn after attending a high-profile party in Nairobi's upscale Westlands. According to reports, Mercy was invited to a party at Waseni Luxury Apartments by a close friend. The event was attended by prominent personalities, including a well-known politician, William Kabogo. Witnesses later revealed that Mercy, who wasn't accustomed to such parties, appeared uncomfortable and attempted to leave early in the night. Allegedly, CCTV footage from that night showed Mercy leaving the party and appearing agitated. Witnesses claimed she was involved in a verbal altercation and was later seen walking along Wayakiwe, seemingly disoriented. Tragically, her lifeless body was discovered hours later on the side of the road, bearing signs of severe injuries consistent with the hit-and-run accident. What followed was a highly publicized inquest. The initial autopsy suggested Mercy had been hit by multiple vehicles. However, family members and friends disputed this narrative, pointing out discrepancies in her injuries. They alleged possible foul play given her association with powerful individuals that night.
I want to tell this honorable court that that is not true. I'm here on my own foundation. I have wanted to give evidence ever since the beginning. And it's important that the media reports things accurately.
During the inquest, the politician who hosted the party, William Kabogo that is, was questioned extensively but denied any involvement in Mercy's death.
All of a sudden, she started breaking things. Anything that she came across, photo frames, pictures. And then I stood up and I got her by the shoulders and I shook her and I asked her what's wrong with her. And she was like she had lost it. And I said, what is wrong? How did you come here? Who are you? What is it? What is wrong with you? And then she recollected herself, and by that time, from the noise she was making, people from downstairs came. They picked her. I asked them whether they can help her get home.
Caught her death suspicious, there wasn't enough evidence to link anyone directly to the crime. The case was eventually closed, leaving many questions unanswered. A CCTV footage showing what transpired that tragic night was presented to court. However, in 2020, it was taken back to DCI for further forensic analysis as it was disputed as being not legit. Kenya's justice system has seen too many cases bungled by corruption, negligence, or sheer incompetence. It's time we demand better for Mercy, Careen, Chelele, and countless other victims whose stories remain untold. If you or someone you know is facing abuse or danger, reach out for help. You're not alone. Thank you for watching this episode. Which of these cases shocked you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you believe in the power of justice, hit that like button and subscribe for more gripping stories. Together we can keep the conversation alive and push for change. Catch you next time.